Christmas dinner. The table glowed with candles, laughter bouncing off polished walls, and then my sister's fork clinked against her glass. She smirked, eyes fixed on me. "You don't belong in our family." I waited for my parents to shut her down. Instead, my mother whispered, "She's right." My father nodded. So I left, quietly. No scene, no questions, just silence, the kind that slices deeper than shouting. I walked into the cold night knowing something had died at that table. Not me, my ties to them. It wasn't always like this. When we were children, I was the one who covered for my sister when she stole from our neighbors. I was the one who studied late into the night so my parents could boast about at least one child worth something. I carried the weight, and I did it willingly, because I thought love was earned. But the truth? They never saw me as blood. I was a tool, a shield, a name to sign documents, a hand to hold their lies. I first suspected the shift when I noticed withdrawals from the joint investment account I had built for them, money I had placed in trust so they'd never have to worry about retirement. It started small, a few thousand, then tens of thousands. When I traced the records, I found flights, hotel bills, jewelry, none of which were mine. My sister had access. My parents had signed. When I confronted them with the papers, my father's voice was stone. "You should be grateful we even let you sit at this table." That's when I stopped bleeding for them. That's when I began planning. I didn't rage. I didn't cry. I studied. Every loan, every asset, every account that carried my name. Quietly, I pulled my signature back, one page at a time. I closed credit lines they depended on. I transferred my contributions into accounts only I controlled. And I left their house of cards standing, waiting for the wind to come. It didn't take long. 3 months later, they booked their grand family vacation. Europe, first class, a rental villa that cost more than some people's annual salary. Paid with money they assumed was still flowing. The day they left, my phone lit up. 15 missed calls, all from my sister. I finally answered. Her voice cracked. "They won't let us check in. The cards declined. Everything is frozen." I let her panic hang in the air. Then I said it, calm as a blade sliding free. "You told me I don't belong in the family. You were right. I don't. Which is why none of my money belongs to you." She screamed, called me selfish, called me a monster. My father grabbed the phone, his voice desperate now, trembling where arrogance once lived. "We're stranded here. Fix this." I didn't. 2 days later, they were home. Not triumphant, not glowing from their vacation. Broken. Bitter. My mother looked 10 years older, her pride rotted away by humiliation. They tried to sue me, claimed I had no right to pull funds. But the paperwork I'd drawn up months before told a different story. Every move had been legal, every withdrawal documented, every account airtight. Their lawyer looked at me with something close to respect. "They didn't even see it coming," he muttered. No, they didn't, because they never thought I could be anything but obedient. The confrontation came on a Sunday. My sister showed up at my door, mascara streaked, hands trembling. "You ruined us," she spat. "Do you feel proud? We're family." I laughed, quiet, sharp. Family? Family doesn't steal from me. Family doesn't tell me I don't belong. You wanted me out, so I left. All I did was take my name with me. Her silence was louder than her insults. She realized then that the safety net they had always assumed was mine, and I had cut every thread. The revenge wasn't dramatic, no shouting in crowded rooms, no public spectacle. Just numbers on screens, signatures withdrawn, doors closed. Silent, precise, final. And yet, it was more devastating than any outburst. Because what I took from them wasn't just money.
It was their illusion of control. Now, when they pass me on the street, they look away. My father's shoulders sag. My mother grips her bag tighter. My sister, she doesn't smirk anymore. Do I regret it? No. They taught me that blood means nothing without loyalty. That betrayal doesn't come from strangers, but from those who smile across the dinner table. I didn't burn bridges, I let them collapse under the weight of their own greed. And when the smoke cleared, I stood alone, unbroken, free, and finally untied from people who never deserved to call themselves my family. The best part? They'll never know just how close they came to having everything until I quietly took it all back.